It's Fans Corner. Welcome to it, and thank you so much for making time for us again. We are back in the Betway Premiership, and we've just watched Mamelodi Sundowns against TS Galaxy out at the Lucas Moripe Stadium. A game that ended in 4-1 in favor of Mamelodi Sundowns. Another important 3 points for Mamelodi Sundowns in this title race. I don't know whether we should call it a race when they are leading by 12 points. We understand Orlando Pirates have three games in hand, but those are not points in hand. They're not points on the board. They still have to be converted to points. So a very tricky one, this one. At this stage of the game, you know, the game started playing. You'd remember the previous video. If you haven't watched it, please watch the video where we spoke about Orlando Pirates, the game Orlando Pirates against Cape Town City. I did say the game was about to start while I was busy recording. So as I finished recording, went to the house. I record outside. This setup is outside the house, so I go and edit in the house. So while I was going back to the house, there had already been 3 goals scored in the game. By the time I got to the TV, it was 2-1 in favor of Sundowns. So the goals came in so quickly while I was busy recording here. By the time I got to sit down and watch the game, I didn't even know who scored the goals. I had to rely on the highlights. That's how quick the game started. I think the first goal Mamelodi Sundowns scored way too early. And that's how they kick-started the game. The thing is, with TS Galaxy having beaten Mamelodi Sundowns about 2 weeks ago, obviously they would have come to this game with a lot of confidence, and that is a good thing, and also it can also count against you sometimes, depending on the team that you're playing against. And a team as potent and dangerous as Mamelodi Sundowns, you should not be overconfident. Don't take things for granted, because you'll go there and be ambushed, and what happened today will happen, as it did happen to TS Galaxy. I think they had to chase the game. It's difficult to chase Mamelodi Sundowns once they are on the lead. They tried to come back. Sundowns scored the first 2 goals, and TS Galaxy came in to pull one back, but Sundowns came and scored 2 more. Sundowns look more relaxed, man. Like, it's the comparison between the 2 title challengers this year. Sundowns look very relaxed. Sometimes because they are so relaxed, obviously there will be instance in the game where they look vulnerable, because they are relaxed. The way some times during this game where they look like TS Galaxy were going to score, but see, at the same time, they don't look like they're going to lose. Yes, they might look like they're going to concede, but they don't look like they're going to lose. I said this in another video, I think 3 weeks ago. The difference between the 2 teams, there's no time where it looks like Sundowns are going to lose a game, you know, which is why I was shocked by TS Galaxy beating Sundowns in the previous game, because even then I felt like Sundowns were going to win the game. But yeah, man, it's a very difficult one for Pirates, this one. As many of us were hoping, those of us who don't support Sundowns, especially those of us who support either Pirates or Chiefs, we really wanted Pirates as the only team that looked like they can pile up some points to try and challenge for this game, for this title. But I think it will be over way before. I think the title race is probably nearing its expiry date, the race itself, because give Pirates their 3 games and let them play them, then we can talk there. Because ideally, if Pirates win their 3 games in hand, they will only be 3 points behind Sundowns, which makes for a very good title race. But now the thing is, I'm not convinced. I'm honestly not convinced that they can Pirates, that is, can string in a whole lot of wins, because today's game was not. It could have easily been a 1-1 game. That one, the one against Cape Town City, could have easily been. Even I said in the previous video that they were fortunate, because the second goal, it looked offside to me. But upon looking at it in some angles on social media, I'm not sure. I'm on the fence on it. But yeah, I still feel like they were very fortunate in that game. Then you look at Sundowns. They don't look lucky at all. They just scored 4 goals. They're scoring for fun. In the Premier League right now, the 2 top scorers in the league right now are Sundowns players. And the thing is with this game, even in the first half, the first 15 minutes already having 3 goals. But the first half itself, Sundowns could have scored so many more goals. Like Peter Shalulile could have easily had a hat-trick in the first half. That's how good they were today. They could have easily. Peter Shalulile missed like serious one-on-one opportunities, or sitters, what we say a sitter. Some of the he's at Sundowns could have really wrapped up the game in the first half. Well, they did anyway, because they won. TS Galaxy never scored after the first half. Then I looked at the points. 48 points on the board. Sundowns are leading, followed by Orlando Pirates. And then I'm starting to remember that there were times. There were times when the league was won by 55 points. Just go check the 2009, 2010 log. In fact, let me just go on my phone just to confirm. There was a time when the league was won by 55 points. Sundowns have played 18 games and they've played 18 games and they have 48 points, which is 7 points behind the title winning 55 points of 2000 and let me quickly check. And I think it was done by Super Sports, if I'm not mistaken. 2009, 2010, Super Sports won the league by 57 points. See, 57 points. That's just about 9 points behind. 9 points ahead of what Sundowns are, which means it's just 3 games. In 3 games' time, Sundowns would have matched this 57, this league-winning 57 points. I think there was a time when it was won by 55 points. I mean, there has to be, because I remember. Okay. Yes, 2008, 2009. Super Sports United won the league by 55 points. They were tied on points with Orlando Pirates. What won them the league was the goal difference. Yes, there it is. Imagine now Sundowns are on 18 games and they're on 48 points. In 7 points time, they'll be at that 55. And I have a feeling that they are probably going to break their record. They set a record last season. Remember, they got to 70. What was it? Let me just confirm again. Now we're no longer talking about the game, because there's nothing to say about the game. Just Sundowns slicing down TS Galaxy to pieces and piling up it's just what they do. Just what they do. Okay, my mic is not stable today. Yeah, I think last season they were at 73 points. 73 points. Remember the total, and then the year before that they were on 70 points, which is something that years ago you could not even think that a team in the 16-team PSL era, you would not think that a team can get to 70 points. Sundowns did it 2 consecutive seasons. 2 seasons in a row they were on 70 points and 73 points. Before that it was 65. But 65 points was known as a benchmark for winning the league until Sundowns happened to become the kind of Sundowns that they are now. I remember a few years ago, Mushine Chugal being asked if how many points are needed to win the league, and he said 65. And 65 would have won a lot of league titles in many seasons. Many seasons would have been won by 65. I mean, 55 won the league in 2008, 2009. Sundowns are on 48. They have 36 more points to play for. They have 12 games to go. If you put 36 and 48, you get 84. So if Sundowns were to win all their remaining games, which is not impossible, by the way, it's not impossible. They could go to 84 points. They could break the 80 points mark, which was not even done when the league had more teams, which means there were more games played back in the 90s until 2002. 2002, yeah. There were 18 teams, which means they played 4 games more, because there were 2 other teams that were chopped off the league. Remember the days of Ria Stars, when Ria Stars was chopped off. The highest points that were gathered by a team during the 18 teams league, it was 75 points. It was done by both Mamelodi Sundowns and Kaizer Chiefs, I think, in the 97. I stand to be corrected, but I still remember that. But I think it was done by 96, 97. Both of them were on 75, but Sundowns won the league, so they hold the record for the most points recorded in a season. But then that was a different league because it was 18 teams. This is a 16-team league where they can break that record that they set in 97, playing 4 games fewer than what they did back then. What what a story. What a story. Anyway, I just hope that Pirates win as many games as possible so that the title race doesn't end too early. I mean, if it ends too early, it will be boring, man. We've seen this for too many years. I mean, 7 consecutive seasons we're just watching one team win. Obviously, they're going to win this one. I mean, there is not... I think they will win this one. Let me not jinx it for them. In fact, I'd like to jinx it for them. I'd really like to. I don't want... It's an open secret. I don't want Sundowns to win the league, but it's like you saying in summer, I don't want it to rain. It's definitely going to rain at some point. So yeah, it is what it is. But they're so strong. They're so strong, Mamelodi Sundowns. And I fear the game that we're going to play against them on the 1st of March. Kaizer Chiefs against Mamelodi Sundowns is going to be a bloodbath. I think they're going to show off what they did to Pirates a couple of weeks ago is nothing compared to what they're probably going to do to Kaizer Chiefs. That's my biggest fear. Anyway, this has been Fans Corner. Thank you so much for making time for us. Make sure you subscribe and like the video and catch us on our socials. We meet again in the next one.